So Dalton's law, it states that the total pressure that we have in a specific volume or cylinder will be equals to the sum of the partial pressures. So on and so forth. I call PA for pressure, partial pressure of my compound A, PB for the partial pressure of my gas B, PC is the partial pressure of my gas C. And I know that if I add them up, I ended up with the final or the total partial pressure. So I have one example here. Suppose the total pressure is equal to 689 torr. Okay? For the 689, I have helium there, which is a 341 torr partial pressure. Neon with a 201 torrs partial pressure. And I say, well, what is the partial pressure of argon? So using this particular equation, the Dalton's law, we can figure it out, the partial pressure for that specific gas. So I know that the partial pressure, the total, will be equals to the partial pressure of helium plus the partial pressure of neon plus the partial pressure of argon. So I want to find this guy. So what I do, I solve my equation for P, for that particular partial pressure. So I can subtract from both sides this 2. So the total minus the partial pressure of helium minus the partial pressure of neon gives me the partial pressure of argon. Now that I solve my equation for the partial pressure I'm looking for, I just plug the numbers. So 689 minus 341 minus 201 equals the partial pressure of argon, which in this case will be equals to 147 torrs. This is the partial pressure for that particular gas. So Dalton's law helps us to find partial pressures. We know that the total pressure is equal to the sum of the partials. Once we have the total, we can figure it out the partials. In this particular example, we want to find the partial pressure of argon. So we solve our equation first for that particular this particular unknown, and then we just plug the numbers and then we subtract it, and we got our final answer.